Welcome to the Under Review podcast, where Saturdays mean everything, rivalries run deep, and the SEC reigns supreme. Hosted by Todd and Marty, two die-hard fans breaking down every snap, storyline, and showdown across the Southeastern Conference. From the swamp to the plains, between the hedges to the bayou, no team is safe when it's under review. Now back to the action with Todd and Marty.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 68 of the Under Review podcast. I am your host, Todd. Alongside me is my co-host, Marty. We're no Cody Mealer today.
Nope, he's out making a joyful noise with his singing.
Okay.
Yeah,
as long as it ain't the butt trumpet, we'll be all right.
No. Him and his family got a little gospel group, and they're really good. I've got to see them. Well, anywho,
week 2 was
different.
Pretty good. It was different. We're learning a lot about some teams that can't score on these FCS teams, or getting beat by these lower ranked or these non-ranked teams, or keeping the games close. So I don't know, when should we start hitting the panic button on some of these teams before we start getting into everything?
I think one got jumped on pretty good this weekend.
Like I said, we'll go through it some more because I'm looking right now. I mean, I watched some games, but before we get into everything, the new AP Top 25 dropped on Sunday, as in today. If you're watching the live, I don't think anybody is, but Ohio State still claims 1, Penn State claims 2, LSU at 3, 4 is Oregon, and 5 is Miami. Then we'll just run over the SEC teams. 6 will be Georgia. 7 will be Texas. 11 will be South Carolina. 13 will be Oklahoma. 15 will be Texas. 16 will be Texas A&M. 15 will be Tennessee. I think I said Texas.
Same thing.
17 will be Ole Miss. 19 will be Alabama. 24, welcome back to the rankings, Auburn. And then 25.
Since 2021.
2021, but they got beat by Ole Miss. And then 25, Missouri. I'll get into that later.
Yeah, still one of them. So, looking at the top 25, what's your biggest surprise here?
Which one of the games I called is looking at number 18 right now, South Florida, inside the rankings. They played number 5 Miami this week. I don't think they can do it 3 weeks in a row. But it'd be funny to watch if it was.
Yeah, but I think what we learned about the team that they played, they'll be really chanting that chant.
I think what we learned also about this week is don't take everything I say lightly.
Yeah, you've only told me like 6 times in the last 2 days.
I got a couple games right this week. Some of them, the Ole Miss game, but we'll get into that later, though.
If you look into our pick'em, I'm third now and you're not, so.
Yeah, I had a bad week. I don't know what happened. Anyways.
I see, hey, our old friend Justin Lee is at the top of the leaderboard, though.
Yeah, he got after this week. Yeah, he only lost 1 game. But now it's time to go around the state. All right, so we got 9 matchups here. We got Troy had an early lead on Clemson, really upset that Clemson came back and beat them.
They come back, punched them out in the eye, had Dabo crying in the corner at halftime, but...
Yeah, 16-0 at one point. Clemson came back and scored 27 unanswered. West Alabama moves to 2-0 after a 38-28 victory over Chowan University. Again, Division II. I don't know.
Tulane fighting noodles.
Yeah. Tulane squeaks out a good one in South Alabama, 33-31. Jacksonville State stays hot, 34-24 inside Conference USA. Called it. The Citadel smacked Samford 40-13. Navy stays hot with their run game, and Blake Horvath 38-24 over UAB.
Called it.
Alabama, Alabama State over Southern 30-7. 41-31 Alabama A&M over Alcorn State. And then Southeastern Missouri, 30. North Alabama 21. It's going to be a rough year for the Lions and the Bulldogs. Let's go ahead and tell you that.
Right. Well, I say anything stand out to you right here on around the state games? Anything surprise you? Or
I think UAB played a hard battle. It sucks that they didn't have enough defense for that Navy team. Troy, like I said, not going to be a team to look over. Same way with South Alabama, and then Jacksonville State. Probably, if they keep on going, could be Conference USA championship mix this year.
Yeah, I don't see that being. I missed this game for some reason. I don't know why. I thought Liberty was a whole lot better. I thought their quarterback play would have been the thing that stood out, but
yeah. But they did lose their starting quarterback last year. He went to Colorado, so
I wouldn't tell nobody.
Yeah. So the ranking or the records are Alabama A&M 1-1, Troy 1-1, UAB 1-1, Alabama State 1-1, South Alabama 1-1, and Jacksonville State 1-1. Then Sanford 0-2, and then North Alabama 0-2, and then the only undefeated team on this side is the University of West Alabama Tigers, led by Scott Cochran, 2-0.
That's not shocking. I knew, like I said, out of all these teams, your primary North Alabama, Jack State, and UAB would be a little bit better, but little cousins sneaking in, being the only perfect team headed into week 3.
Well, you got to think the teams that Jacksonville State played. It is a Division II team in West Alabama. I don't care. It's still football regardless. It can be JUCO, D2, D3, don't matter. It's still football. But, we'll get into more of that next week. I think there's some pretty good out-of-state or around-the-state games next week that are really pretty good. I know South Alabama, they'll play Auburn, so we won't talk about them on the around-the-state. But let's get into our Tactical Home and Pest ad.
Hey there, this is Ben with Tactical Home and Pest, proud sponsor of Todd and Marty and their Under Review podcast. And can I just say that if the bugs I deal with had referees, I'd be called for targeting. Tactical Home and Pest, 256-592-2842, or visit me at tacticalhomeandpest.com.
That was a good one. I like that one.
He cracks me up.
Again, thank you to Tactical Home and Pest. That was a good one. But now we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. This week inside the SEC. Oh, this is one of the games I didn't want to talk about earlier. San Jose 7, Texas 38. How about drop my mic?
Yeah, that's what you sound like. You're trying to eat it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Hot. Never mind.
Arch Manning
really
played good.
Well, 3 touchdowns, but again, you're still playing
San Jose State. You only beat them by 31.
Yeah. Well,
take it what you get.
This made right. These are one of them buffer games, because where are they at next week?
That's what I was about to look up. For some reason, it changed my.
Yeah, but like I said, this buffer,
they got UTEP at home.
Okay, so probably another, I guess, warm-up game or buffer game you have. But what was the stats you had on Arch and?
Arch, like I said, he did pretty well. He did 19 for 30, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, and then got a little C.J. Baxter action, 13 carries, 64 yards. Patrick Livingstone, 4 receptions, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then the tight end, Jake Injuries, 2 receptions, 52 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he's finding his targets. The one he likes, at least.
Yeah, well, he did fine in fantasy, but he didn't do good enough to help me get a win.
Well, I'm 2-0, so it don't matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go down to Texas A&M as Utah State traveled in 44-22. The Aggies, or the Texas A&M Aggies, win this one. Marcel Reed 220 passing yards, 19 for 28 with 3 touchdowns. Le'Veon Moss 68 yards, 10 carries and 1 touchdown. Again,
Yep. Utah State.
You're playing a smaller team. Granted, they did score 22, so I don't know what's going on. But they got to pick it up next week. They got to pick it up next week. They play at Notre Dame. It's going to be a good one. But I need to see more. Texas A&M team, I put all my eggs in the basket at the beginning of the season. Now they're only beating Utah State in week 2 by 22 points. So, I figure something out.
Right. You got to do more, especially, I mean, Utah State could be good, but for what we had for Texas A&M this year, that ain't going to cut it.
Right. And then, if I'm a Georgia fan, specifically JD, I need to be worrying about my Georgia Bulldogs. They only won by 22 points against Austin Peay. Gunnar Stockton, 26 for 34, 227 yards, no touchdowns. Nate Frazier, 14 carries, 69 yards, 2 touchdowns. Granted, they scored 7 points every quarter. But
so, did you watch any of this game or catch any of the...
I did not. This was a 2:30 game. I just got home. I was watching Ole Miss and Kentucky during this time.
Yeah, I didn't either, but just... God, that's a little alarming for the Bulldogs.
Yeah. They play Tennessee next week, so...
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, we'll get into that more here in a little bit when Tennessee comes up. Hey, look. Tennessee. East Tennessee traveled down to Tennessee's 72-17 victory for the Volunteers. And like I said a while ago...
Wait. Nico who? Joey Aguilar is the man.
Yeah, I think his name was Joey Aguilar. Again, if you're eating cupcakes for 2 weeks, I mean...
Well, I get that, but still, I mean, I know we keep harping on it, but did you see what Nico done?
Yeah, I got another loss by Dan Mullen.
The thing is, too, he was on a game-winning drive and threw a pick, and
he did that.
He loses the game.
He did that a lot last year at Tennessee. But Joey Aguilar, 23 for 31, 288 yards, 2 touchdowns. Again, this Georgia game will be the game of the week next week. So, could have a lot of potential inside the SEC moving forward. That's
shake things up anyway, for sure.
Especially in the rankings. So, you know, really happy to see how this one plays out next week and a lot of the other games as well. Missouri comeback kids over Kansas, 42-31. At one point, Kansas was looking like they was about to run away with this game.
They did.
It was 21-6 at the end of the first quarter. Yeah. But Bo Perbula come back 30 for 39, 333 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Kevin Coleman Jr., 10 receptions, 126 yards, and 1 touchdown. I'm still not buying the hype. You beat Kansas.
Nope.
Okay. 2-1 this year. Okay. But you were down at one. Your defense, exactly. Go ahead and say it.
Yeah. They put 31 up on that defense. That's supposed to be SEC caliber.
Yeah, and 21 in the first quarter. So I'm still not pressing the gas on this Missouri team.
No, not either, but hey, a win's a win.
True. Oh, buddy.
You remember that chant we spoke of? Fire Billy. Fire Billy. Yeah, this was awful.
Yeah, South Florida, 18. Florida Gators, 16. As South Florida wins, again, Byron Brown is not a man to be messed with. He knows what he's doing. He's kept his team in this game, even if it was driving down the field. and giving Grammatica a chance to kick some field goals, it doesn't matter. Because if field goals won this game, South Florida was also the first team to score a touchdown. This was a very hard-fought game. I watched this one pretty much all the way through. But on the other side for Florida, which I called them losing this game.
Did you the stat on their penalties? Because that's really, they had 14 points took off the board. And
I didn't watch the whole game. I watched right after that.
Me and Brittany watched the last part of it. They had 2 touchdowns called back because of penalties. Then they had special teams problem and got a safety when one of the best kickers or punters,
the best long snappers, overthrew it.
Overshot him, and there's 2 more points. So, with all that being said, it should have been 28-16. Yeah, so that's I think that is can be one of the nails in Napier's coffin.
11 penalties for 103 yards.
That's a whole football field, my friend.
Huh? Yeah, it's really tough. Then we'll flop over to Arkansas as they hosted Arkansas State. 56-14, the Razorbacks win. Woo.
Woo pig.
Taylor Green, 10 for 26, 239 yards, 4 touchdowns. Also on the ground, 9 carries, 151 yards, and 1 touchdown. Pigs often, pigs early, pigs every day.
I do like bacon.
This one shocked me as well. Louisiana Tech traveled down to LSU, and LSU only puts up 23 points on them.
I'm a little surprised there. I figured there could have been a higher point spread in this one for the Tigers.
Yeah, I did too. I just don't know what's going on. Garrett Nussmeier, 26 for 41, 237 yards. Harlem Berry led the Tigers in rushing with 6 carries, 56 yards, and then Berry and Brown 8 receptions for 94 yards. I didn't get to watch it, so again, don't really know what was going on, but it just not the outcome you want if you're an LSU fan.
Well, I mean, you get it. Win's a win, but struggle wins happen as well.
Yeah. Ball State traveled down to Auburn. Tigers win 42-3. You want to talk about penalties? This game was loaded with them.
And that's not good because we've seen what penalties can do. Look at Florida.
Let me see just 8 penalties for 65 yards for the Tigers, but it was big in big areas, you know.
Big moment.
Try to call targeting on Nolan or on Sylvester Smith. It's just
Sylvester Smith.
Yeah.
Who is going to? I think he had a come out game. He is going to be a problem. But there was a couple of plays that I did seen weakness in the secondary. And not that I'm harping on this guy because I like the guy, but Kalen Lee blew another route, and the guy just dropped the ball. I mean, for that first series that they had, and he dropped the ball. Thank God. But
right.
I mean Auburn's offensive line. I think they had it together. The secondary's a little.
I mean, the offensive line also gave up 5 sacks, so.
This is true. But we also sacked them,
6
times?
We won the sack battle, but I mean.
What's numbers on Jackson Arnold?
Jackson Arnold went 24 for 28 with 251 yards and 3 passing touchdowns. Jeremiah Cobb, 11 carries, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Cam Coleman went 7 for 77 yards.
Eric Singleton, didn't he have 2 touchdowns?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, they were nice.
He went 4 receptions for 64 yards for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and the second one's after he got injured and come back.
Yeah.
I mean, good win. I mean, we not like this other team that put up.
Yeah, well.
Woo.
Not everybody can be Alabama as they score 73 on Louisiana Monroe. Did you watch this game, any?
Well, I started the Auburn game, then I went to the bedroom to watch Auburn, and Brittany stayed in here. And I had been there 5 minutes. That first drive, she was already saying bad words. I said, well, let me go see what's going on in here.
I would just head down there. Here.
Yeah. I caught a little bit. I didn't see – I knew they scored pretty fast, pretty often. I think Ty QBR rating was, 100%?
Yeah, 17 for 17 for 2. Yep.
3. And then
3 touchdowns.
I know the other 2 quarterbacks, Austin Mack.
And Kalon Russell.
Yeah, they both had 2 touchdowns. So, I mean, I guess for the fan base, it's what you needed. You needed them to put up 100,000 points against a smaller team. But I think it kind of calms it down. I think DeBoer's still in hot water. And with Wisconsin coming in this week. Yeah, I mean, they're no Louisiana Monroe, but I don't know if it'll be such a blowout.
Right. All right, we're going to step aside real quick and take a little sponsor break and get a word from our sponsor.
This episode of the Under Review podcast is brought to you by Chuck's Heating and Air. Chuck has over 40 years of service and experience with residential services. He services most makes and models. He is Alabama licensed, bonded, and insured, and locally owned and operated. Are you hot and you're supposed to be cool? Are you cool and you're supposed to be hot? Then you've got a problem. Call Chuck. Area code 256-892-2757. Again, 256-892-2757. Chuck's Heating and Air.
Again, thank you to Chuck's Heating and Air for a wonderful message. Again, he's still out of it right now, but...
Well, he actually, it's crazy, but he did catch a service call yesterday.
Oh, yeah, he told me.
Mom hear that.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. She don't listen anyway. But we're going to get into... Sorry.
Coughing?
Yeah, going to get into our 5 Under-Review podcast games of the week. They were good. I think all 5 games were pretty good. Especially another one that I have called, just to let that be known. Mississippi State gets the big victory over Arizona State, 24-20. Arizona State's coverage on 2 big coverages right here, and Blake Shapen carved them up on both of the plays.
He did. That last one that put the icing on the cake.
With 34 seconds to go?
Yes, that was nice.
Yeah, 19 for 33, 279 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then Thompson receiving at 6 receptions, 133 yards and 2 touchdowns. As Mississippi State with the upset at home against number 12 ranked at the time, Arizona State.
Yeah, they go. This was my buddy that's a big Mississippi State fan. He was watching the game, and again, like when Tennessee beat Alabama, they took the goalposts out of the stadium and toted it down the street.
They ran with that sucker. They took off with that thing.
Yeah, and they'll get fined, but I guess they'll catch a GoFundMe and pay for a new goalpost.
It don't matter. That is a big victory for Mississippi State, and it was one of the key games I brought into leading into this season that they had to win if they wanted a good season.
Mm-hmm. I hit the button too early.
Yeah.
But no, like you said, it's a big win for Jeff Lebby and the guys, so...
Yeah, and I'm glad for it, you know. I also like being right, so... But this next one, help. Vanderbilt takes the victory over Virginia Tech inside Virginia Tech. had to have a comeback win, but 44-20, he had to do it for the Commodores here.
Yeah, it's in who Virginia Tech played last week. That was one of our games.
South Carolina.
Played the Interstate South Carolina. So they're really flexing that ACC muscle. They're 0-2 already.
Still didn't put the South Carolina slide in.
Did you send it to me?
I did. South Carolina State got beat by South Carolina 38-10, by the way.
You're breaking up. Hey, Goofy, look at your messages. You did not send me South Carolina.
Maybe that's why.
Quit touching me in the weenie.
Well, that's twice we've missed South Carolina, but who cares about them? Because I don't.
I don't know. I like Shane Beamer.
Well, I mean, next week we won't miss them because there'll be a game of the week versus these said Commodores.
Oh, that is going to be a good one.
So we can go off their Virginia Tech matchup.
Yeah, a good mid SEC pack matchup right there.
Yeah, so that's going to be another game to watch out for. But Virginia Tech, like I said, they led early, they led often, but at the end of the day, they didn't score in the second half, and that's what hurt them. Michigan traveled down to Oklahoma to face the Boomer Sooners. 13-24, Sooners win.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I missed this game.
I did. Well, is at 6 o'clock with every other game on?
I'm talking about missed it in our pick'em.
Oh.
Or on the show because I don't know. I think John Mateer is really coming in, and I think it's going to be a good test here in 2 weeks when they have to face Auburn. So, I give it up. I thought Underwood really has not displayed his running game for Michigan as a dual threat quarterback. And I don't know if that hurt him, but, props to Mateer and the Sooners.
Yeah, and I seen where he was fighting with Justice Haynes about something, but I mean, you're a young guy. You own the offense pretty much, but you're a quarterback. But I wouldn't be arguing with Justice Haynes. That's a big old boy.
Yeah, most definitely not.
But John Mateer went 21 for 34, 270, and 1 touchdown. Deion Burke, 7 receptions, 101 for 1 touchdown. And then Justice Haynes had 19 carries for 125 yards and 1 touchdown as well. But Oklahoma wins. So, I mean.
2-0. It's looking at it could be here. Like I said, here in 2 weeks, have 2 undefeated SEC teams.
Yeah.
Going at it.
This next is our interstate game of the week as the Cy-Hawk Trophy was on the line. Iowa State hits a game-winning field goal to win the game 16-13.
For this was way closer than it should have been.
Yeah.
Again, so even we talked in the pre-show, not knowing much, but Iowa State was just supposed to shake them. But Iowa State in there, a lot of questions about this game because this was supposed to be a blowout.
It was, Rocco Beck went 18 for 27, 134 yards and 1 touchdown. And then Abdu Samad III, 12 carries, 47 yards. Yeah. So, I mean, it wasn't – I don't – like I said, I wasn't watching it. This was a game that was going on while we was at the Little League game, so –
such a close one there, too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
But now we get into our big boy. This one brought us down to Kroger Field in the Under Review podcast Game of the Week as Ole Miss squeaks it out 30-23.
Again, this was way closer than it should have been, or what we thought would have been. Because what I learned watching Kentucky is Zach Calzada is a trash can.
I think Cutter Bowl played a better game when he came in.
I thought so as well.
I think he might actually get the start next week.
If I was Coach Stoops in his tenure, that would be a good choice.
I mean, it's not like you're playing. Hold on, pull it up.
But then on Ole Miss, Austin Simmons.
You're playing Eastern Michigan, so I mean.
Ole Miss side, I mean, Simmons, he did struggle a little bit, but.
2 interceptions in the first quarter to the same guy.
Yeah, so struggled a little bit early.
I think if he does that against Arkansas next week, they might get beat.
Ooh, that'd be a good pick'em game. You got some numbers for this one?
Oh yeah, I did, and then I swapped over. Hold on.
Yes, I was wondering what you was waiting on.
I'm still in week 3. Hold on.
Can't have nothing nice.
No, we can't. Never can.
Hey, did you bring your pizza?
No, I didn't.
Well, Brittany's looks a little toasty over there on the oven.
Austin Simmons went 13 for 24, 2 interceptions, 235 yards. Zach Calzada went 15 for 30 with 149 yards. Yeah. Kawan Lacey, and I hate it because I didn't start him in my fantasy this week. 28 carries, 1 touchdown, 138 yards. Seth McGowan over for the Wildcats, 15 carries, 93 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I
20
mean,
first downs for Ole Miss to 18. Penalties are about even. So, I mean.
This is a way closer game than really that. Or either, I mean, we know that Kentucky's not the best, but that kind of shines a little light on Ole Miss to where they're susceptible to losing a close game to a better opponent.
Yeah, and then I remember you and Justin were bagging on me for picking Kentucky, which at the beginning of the game, Kentucky goes up 13-0. And I'm like, this is Kentucky's game. And then they score 17 unanswered, and then it was about over by then. But Kentucky stayed in. They had a chance to win it. Again, as much as I like Zach Calzada, I don't think he's the answer. I think Cutter Bowl played a better game with his time at the end of the game than he did. He needs more reps. I think Eastern Michigan would be a perfect rep for him to come in this week. So we'll see. As always, remember on Mondays we will post a interstate game of the week little thing. I posted it way late this week. But on Mondays, we'll post that. Go in, vote what you would like to see as the interstate game of the week for the following week. I think ours is already chosen for this week. I don't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson and Georgia Tech.
I thought, okay.
I think that's who's leading by now. I picked the Backyard Brawl. That's one of my favorite football rivalries to watch besides Ole Miss, the Egg Bowl, the Iron Bowl, and the big game. I like watching the Backyard Brawl. I like the big game.
That's what Brittany asked me. She said, "Who is the backyard? What is the Backyard Brawl?"
Hey, if you don't know, you need to go and look up some stuff about the Backyard Brawl. That's a good rivalry. I mean, I like Pittsburgh in that matchup, but. Well, I mean, West Virginia sucks. That's which Rich Rodriguez gets for leaving Jacksonville State.
Which I get it going back home, but I thought that was just silly.
Yeah, Gamecock apparently still don't need them. They're still 1-1, but West Virginia's 0-2. So
true.
But as we get ready to wrap this up, perfect timing. We did. I guess it was because we didn't have Cody to bounce stuff off of.
To yak with.
So, as always, we want to thank the wives for not killing us for another week, getting us here, thanking God for bringing us here, not allowing the wives to kill us.
That's a solid point.
Want to thank Jughead and Chicken Legs over at the Dadpod. Thank HCS Media and Hayden Coker. Want to thank Brandon Trammell. Want to thank Jud Dickinson and Cody when he's not here. Okay. Follow us on Facebook to catch the live on Sundays, on Spotify to watch the replay, and on YouTube to watch the replay of said episode. Still looking for sponsorships. If you know one, send us our way. Got some stuff that we have in the works right now, but it needs help. And lots of it.
Help me, please.
It needs lots of it. But as we get out of here, remember, God loves you. We love you here at the Under Review Podcast. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And we'll catch you Thursday when we bring you Week 3. When we go Under Review.
Thanks for making the call to go under review. Join us next time as we go to the monitors. Until then, keep your flag handy.